all that sort of stuff. Now, when we welcome our headline act to the stage, we've done the clapping and we started here. We're going to start here, and the noise that we're going to create from there to here, we're going to start there. We're going to raise this roof for your headline act, because you know what? He's earned it. He's gigged the pubs and the clubs, and now we're going to bring him to here. Were you taking my picture? Were you doing a video? Yeah, there was something going on there, wasn't there? Little nosh off later in the car park. Catch you later. Are you with anybody? Fuck off. Adam's like, get him on video, get him on video. Knock one out later. Wow, spaff. Spaff. Fucking terrible word that, isn't it? Spaff. Again, parents, I apologise. He's learned another word. God, he's awake over there. Right, Emma, look. Look at her tits, Emma. Look how.
Don't look, it's a
Don't.
It's a trick.
Is this? Oh God, are you with anyone? Is that your girlfriend over there? Don't look at me like I didn't look at them.
They are not.
Okay, right. Anyway, back to Adam's girlfriend. What are you going to do with that video that you took earlier? I'll leave my headliner to talk about that sort of shit. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time that we're going to bring our headliner act to the stage. Emma, I'm going to ask you to be quiet. Rob, what does it start with, my friend?
Right foot.
Right, excellent. Is there any point tonight that you're going to shut the fuck up? I need you to be quiet for my headline act. Okay? I need you to be quiet for my headline act. Okay? Right. They are nice, though. That's me finished. Never coming back here, are we, Rob? Sorry, buddy. Right. But it was worth it for 200 quid. Nice tits. I mean, you know, puppies. 2 bulldogs and a fucking pillowcase. Are they touchable? Oh, fuck it, in for a pound, in for a bone. No. Right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, start your clapping. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Yes. Start stomping, ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment and pleasure. Please welcome to the stage, Iris!
Oh, dear God. This crowd is fucking fantastic and really fucking weird. Honest to God. I know, and when he said my name was Irish, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking we love Irish people. Leprechauns, limericks and lucky fucking charms. And then I started talking. You're like, bollocks. We got one of the grumpy ones. And because I'm one of the grumpy ones, the next thing out of your mind was, did that motherfucker just put a backpack on that stage? Is he gonna take that with him when he leaves? And what the fuck do you do if I don't? Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah.
When I was downstairs, I was coming out from the toilet and she was chatting to another girl.
Right.
And she was like, do I look good? And the thing that wasn't this lady either. And she said, do I look good? She said, you look fucking fabulous. And she does look fabulous. And I'm doing my level best to look you in the eye so I don't look that way. Because I've got you, man. I've got you, brother. It's weird when comedians are up here talking about your girlfriend's titties. Makes you want to punch them in the fucking head, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I could see it in your fucking eyes. Jordy nearly died then. You were like, fucking... When he went to touch them, ooh, he nearly lost a fucking hand, didn't he? Look, he's staring at me like he wants to fuck me. This is weird. What's wrong with you, man? What? What happened? Did somebody just bet him 20 quid to punch me? Do you remember when I made the joke about the bomb? That's not a fucking joke. I really brought one with me. Now, this is a lovely, lovely audience. I've never done comedy in front of a 4-week-old baby before, and I'm starting to freak out. Because I'm going to do something really weird with this lady at some point during the set. It's going to be great. It won't be weird. Well, it might not be weird. The young people will like it, because young people don't. Fuck it, we'll just do it now. Because you like being part of the show. You're a centre of fucking tension. I'm going to bring you into the show. I love it. No, I think it's good. I think you should be the centre of attention because you chose to sit at the front. And that's how that works. That's how it works. So I was doing a thing, right? So I'm obviously not from around here, you know. I am in the Royal Navy, so I'm a sailor myself. So is everybody in there?
Yes.
Any other sailors in here?
Rob, Rob was in the Navy.
Rob's in the Navy. And I like the fact that you promoted yourself to fucking Commodore after you left. Well done there, dickhead. What did you do in the Navy?
Played the band.
Sorry? Royal Marines? What type of instrument did you play? Fuck you. No, I love the Royal Marines because whenever you fucking went somewhere to fight and die, we, the Royal Navy, would give you a lift. Fucking good like that, aren't we? We're good like that. How long were you in the Royal Marines?
13.
13 years. Well done, my man. Thank you for your service. Genuinely. So no, I do that thing, right? So young people, you phone back, do the phone call back home, to reminisce about. So I'm a 70s child. I grew up in the sort of 80s and 90s, and I know I've got some blokes in the, not you, Arthur. Obviously, you're a bit ahead of the time. But there's some. But I love your fucking. Is it really that big? Like, it's humongous. Was it like 2 Viagra? I can't even fucking say that. I'm trying to say Viagra. That's what I'm trying to say. You stop listening, young fella. You don't need that yet. Years away for you. So I was doing that thing, that phone call back home, right? And I was having the conversation, sort of reminiscing about old times, the stuff that we used to get up to. You remember that film As Good As There was 4 of us, right? We remember this time, there's four couples in a bar. Right, that film As Good As It Gets, and part of it, Jack Nicholson stands up. The woman he's talking to stands up and says, "Pay me a compliment or I'm leaving." And he says, "You make me want to be a better man." Isn't that nice? So one of my mates, his wife stands up and says, "Pay me a compliment or I'm leaving." And he goes, "Think about you when I wank." And I shit you not, all 4 ladies went, "Oh," and they got up to go and buy us a beer. And I was sitting looking at him and I was like, "Do you really think about your wife when you wank?" And he goes, "No, I think about yours." Honest to God, that's what he said. Fair play, she is out of my league, she's hot. But yeah, so he didn't, we found out that night he wasn't in the landscape gardening. He didn't do any of that, Arthur. Have you ever done that? No, you're too much of a fucking bloke, you don't do that. But what he had done, right, so here's not how to do it, so the lads will know. You just get the shaver on the go, you just like fucking at it. I don't trust my hands anymore, I'm near 50, you know what I mean? I have to use that stuff, that Veet, have you heard of that stuff? Leave it on 10 minutes, here's not how to apply it. Don't have somebody make fun of you in a pub. Be drunk, go home, apply it, and then fall fucking asleep. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. He's done that. Why you keep dobbing on him? I feel like there's going to be some sort of... Is there anybody in here a counsellor? I think these 2 need your fucking help. Sorry, yes. It's like Bush. Well, it's not on his head anymore, so he's got to put it somewhere. And leave his eyebrows. There's fucking nothing wrong with his eyebrows. They're lovely.
Everyone took the piss all night.
I know, but they're all a bunch of fuckers. You know what I mean? Don't listen to anything they say. They're comedians. They make stuff up.
He feels really unsecure about his eyebrows.
Unsecure about his eyebrows. I feel insecure about being on this fucking stage right now.
And you could make a fucking Montblanc out of that.
Amazing. This is. I think I might be having a fucking breakdown. Honestly, is there a counsellor in this room? No. So right. So anyway. So I'm on the phone and we're reminiscing about old times, right? And then what happens? I get to the end of the phone call and I hang up, and my son, 13-year-old kid, comes up to me and he says, "Hey, Dad, what's a wank bank?" Right, the young people, you don't fucking know. You don't know your tight balls. You have no idea what a wank bank is, right? Because back in the day, back in the 80s, 90s, lads, you remember, if you found a magazine in a bush, that was a great day. Do you remember that? And it was, yeah, he remembered. Commodores, he's all over it. He remembers. And wasn't it like the fucking best day if the pages weren't stuck together? That was fantastic. But the best day ever was when you found your dad's VHS stash. You don't know what that is, do you? Fucking tape. You had to put the tape in, right? You had to put the tape in. And then at some point you realise, you thought, I've got to remember to rewind the tape back, otherwise my dad will fucking know I was on his videotape. And then at some point in your life you realised where I started was where my dad finished. That was a bad day, wasn't it? That was I felt so sorry for him once because the pool cleaner had only just fucking turned up. It was bad. It was bad. But what you had to do, you didn't have instantaneous porn, right? So the wank bank, right? What you had to do is you find someone that you found attractive, right? What you had to do is you had to look at that person, you'd frame them, you'd get them in your mind, and then you just go, click. And you're in the wank bank now. About midnight tonight, you're going to feel a flutter in the fanny area. Sorry, Totten. A minge tingle. And you're going to be wondering, what the fuck is that? That's going to be me cracking one out over you. That's all that's going to be. Sorry, what was your name? Emma. You know what they say, Emma. It's nice to meet you, Emma. It's always nice to put a face to a name. Young fella, what's your name, young fella? Connor. Nice to meet you, Connor. I'm not going to lie to you, Connor. Got a little bit of you in that picture. We're going to have a great time at midnight, mate. It's going to be me, you and Emma.
I think you got a lot of me.
God, mate, you're all right. You're there. You're there. Well, leave his fucking eyebrows alone. Jesus Christ.
His eyebrows are really bad and he shaved them tonight. Especially that they weren't really bad.
His eyebrows were really bad and he shaved them tonight.
Come down so we can get ripped.
So he would get ripped. Yeah, and unfortunately, and it's weird because he shaved his eyebrows, you did nothing, yet everyone's still giving you shit. It's weird. Wonder why that's
I
happening.
love this shit.
You love this shit.
Yeah, I do.
So I think we should celebrate the difference between men and women. We don't do that enough these days. The differences between men and women are to be, I think, glorified, to be awarded, you know what I mean? Like my wife, because I do comedy, she started to send me to the fucking show.
Emma.
Do you not think that I would be married?
Why do you nod to me?
He's trying to get you to shut up, but it hasn't worked for anybody else. Why the fuck would it work for him? 25 years married, he hasn't figured it out yet. He is married to the biggest sheelaboration in the fucking world. Yeah, if you haven't heard that word before, that's the women's version of mansplaining. That's where you take something and over fucking explain it, like your husband's bastard eyebrows. He's a knobhead. You think he's the knobhead. He's a... Yeah, oh my God. Are you friends with these people? Is she always like this? He's going to sit the fence. Yeah, my wife has started sending me to the shop for things that don't exist. I looked like a right prick the other day as I asked a woman in Tesco, not someone who worked there by the way, for a tampon removal tool. Yeah, just some random woman. I was at the section looking, and she was like, "You all right? You know, what time of the month is it?" "Oh, no, the month's over." She's trying to get the thing out. I looked like a fucking insane person, you know. So, and when I was there, she was like, "Oh, can you get my mum a 70th birthday card?" And I was like, "Oh, fucking fine, I'll get her the 70th birthday card." I don't like my mother-in-law, by the way. She is, in fact, a dick. She's a twat. Do you know her? Are you in the same WhatsApp group? Why, thank you. But no, she said get her a 70th birthday card. Like all the blokes in here know. You get there, right? 70th birthday card, there wasn't one. So if you're a woman, women are really, really solid, well, no one's sorry to see you go. Click. Just for clarity, I had to get the reverse shot, you know what I mean? But yeah, women in here know. If you get there and there's a 70th birthday, if there isn't one, right? Women will just go, "You're so fucking rational. You'll just leave that shop, go to another shop and buy the card there." You know what I did? I got a 40 and a 30 and I stapled those fuckers together. You know? And women, I'm going to tell them, fellas, women, you should know. This is how blokes pick cards. Yoink. Fuck off. Honest to God, if it takes me longer than 2 minutes to buy a fucking card of any description, I don't care if somebody died, I'm still fucking I'm out. Like, blokes don't do it. So every card, if you've ever sat there going, "He gets me the loveliest cards," he fucking didn't. He didn't. It was a fluke. If it's ever been right, it's been nice, it's a fluke. It's utter bullshit. I'm looking at the people at the back. Are you the one that was taking a film of Geordie Jeff earlier? Why is she behind the bar? Commodore, sort the fucking place out, would you? You're a fucking you're a bootneck. Fucking get her. Over the bar, commando roll. Fucking right in her fucking hairy bush or mouth, I don't pick one. I forgot to talk about the shoes. The people in the front row, they're asking themselves another question. They're saying, Irish, mate, what the fuck are you wearing on your feet? Look at these motherfuckers, people. Look at them bad boys. I am from a council estate in Belfast, and my wife of 16 years, I got a promotion at work, thought that these were the perfect presents for my ugly ginger ass. Look at these fucking things, right? And ladies will know what that means. These are not fucking around. These are genuine Christian Louboutins. When I took them out of the box, I was looking at them, I was like, fucking hell, babe, they look expensive. And yeah, she was like 600 quid. And I was so fucking angry, I missed the bit where she said, per shoe. Honest to God, I've only seen shoes like these, you know, on those movies that you definitely still watch, you know what I mean? On high-end actresses in those films, you know? The fucking irony that the most expensive thing I own, and they're effectively a pair of MILF slippers. She was like, my wife was like, I should wear them. We were going to a wedding in Belfast. She was like, you should wear them when you're over there at that wedding. And I was like, I mean, they're not a kneecapping offence, right? But somebody will remove them from me and beat the shit out of me with them. And I call that lady Mum. You know what I mean? So one of my mates says, Irish, I didn't know Christian Louboutin didn't shoes for men. They fucking don't. You know what I mean? They are fucking shit. And I was over in Ireland, right? And my son, he wants to be the son I was talking about, you know, the wank bank guy. You know, the wank bank. I don't know why I did that. I looked right at you when I did that. You're weird for a woman in the front row. You're quiet. How's that working out for you? We're fucking loving it, baby. Yeah, good. If you sit there, will you channel your inner Emma? Is that going to happen? Inner Emma. You know, the fucking woman that you came with. I can't believe you don't know her fucking name. How long have you been friends? Just tonight? Yes? Oh my dear God, I think I've uncovered something here. I have. No, my son wants to be a stand-up comedian, so he keeps doing things for his stories, you know that thing? So I got a phone call from school. I'm the most phoned parent in Hampshire. I got a phone call the other day from the school saying, Mr. McMahon, did you vet the book that your son brought for free reading today? I did not. What was it? 50 Shades of Grey. I was like, that is amazing. When he got home, I was like, is that for one of your stories? He was like, yeah, I'm bringing in Mein Kampf next week. Fucking, and I let him. It was brilliant. Fucking, he got a detention for the rest of his fucking life, actually. So it was pretty good. But I should have known he was going to be funny, because when he was 3 years old, he was being bathed by his nana, and he just stood up in the bath and just started rubbing the end of his willy. His nanny's like, what are you doing? Says, Daddy says, I've got to wash off the smeggy cheese. She comes down and tells me that, and why I think he's funny is because I never said that. I have no idea to this day where he got it from. We were in Northern Ireland, right, and I was going to a Halloween party. That's disgusted you, doesn't it? That's fucking killed this man. We were in Northern Ireland, right? We were going to a Halloween party, so on the 31st of October a few years ago, and we're driving through Lisburn, the town where I'm from, just outside Belfast. And you see, you used to live there. Brilliant. We'll talk about it after the show. Cool. No, that's cool. No, I like it. We'll definitely talk about it after the show. So we're driving down the road, you see a funeral coming the other way. Now, in Northern Ireland, if you die, it's fucking mental, right? So you die, the wake is the next day, the fucking funeral is the next day. It's the literal life version of booked it, packed it, fucked off. That's how it happens in Northern Ireland. So we're driving down the road, heading to this Halloween party, and we see a funeral procession coming toward us. So you turn the music down, dead respectful, everybody be quiet. And then right as we get past the hearse, my son leans out the window and just goes, hiya! To 200 parishioners. They look round at him, and I shit you not, the weirdest thing I've ever seen. They just fucking burst out laughing. Honest to God, it was at that moment that I remembered that my son was dressed as the Grim Reaper. I fucking turned around, he was waving the scythe out the window at them. And then we get down to, like, the Halloween party was happening next door to a church, and it was weird because, you know, Christianity and Halloween don't get on because if it's a whole pagan festival, all that kind of bullshit. But we walk in, right, and I walk in with the kids, and I see that they're set up for another function. I was like, please don't let that be the fucking funeral. And I shit you not, half an hour later, who walks in with the lady who was laughing, who was burying her husband, and she goes over and talks to my son, brings him in for a hug, whispers to him, and she was a devious old fucker. You've given me her vibes, you are. She's a devious old fucker because my son then takes off and he shouts out, ironically, Emma, and this woman's sister, 70-year-old sister, sees my son coming and thinks he's coming for a hug and comes down for a hug. And now my son puts on the brakes, points the side and goes, you're next. fucking devious old woman put my little 6-year-old kid up to that. But it was fucking hilarious, to be fair. But I did, I popped round to see my brother after that. You know, my brother still lives in that same council estate. You know, he's still that guy. And being in the Navy, I'm an officer in the Navy, and I've got a lot of really fucking posh mates, but I sound like this, you know that thing? So I didn't, you get the accents when you phone home and your accent comes on dead strong. I never thought about that the other way around. As I step in, my mate, and I'm not kidding, his name is Rupert Cash. He is as posh as he fucking sounds. And I'm like, yes, Roops, yeah, absolutely, Roops. It's a little bit nefarious, Roops, but yeah, we'll talk about it next week. Ta-ta, we'll talk about it next week. Ta-ta for now, my man, bye. What a dick. You know, and I fucking turn around and my brother is looking at me like a fucking psychopath. And he goes, when did I get a posh prick for a brother? I'm like, fucking hell, I'm hurt. And I looked at my wife, I said, you tell him I'm not a posh prick. And she goes, ask him what he had for breakfast. Had a poached egg, some smashed avocado, some shavings of smoked salmon. And he goes, you're right, you're not a posh prick. You, sir, are a cunt. And with that, he just walked out the room. My dad was there. He didn't say a fucking word. He just stood up and followed him out. Honest to God, you know what happened then, ladies and gentlemen? I fucking looked down, didn't I? You know what I mean? And all I could see were these fucking shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been awesome. I've been Irish. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let me tell you a little bit about my headline act. 18 months ago, he'd never gigged before in his life. All right. 18 months later, i.e. now, he's getting proper headliner gigs. This guy